Okay, so this is the Talkback by Danelectro, and this is a really cool pedal, largely because it does something that I've seen other pedals do, and it basically does it the best. I'm a huge fan of Earthquaker Devices. I really do think that Earthquaker Devices is quickly becoming one of the best, if not the best, pedal manufacturer. You see a lot of guys, you know, picking up their stuff. Earthquaker Devices came out with a new pedal called the Avalanche Run. I was pretty impressed with it, but I was kind of like turned off by the price tag. For the same price as the Avalanche Run, I could get one of these guys. And this is the real like reverse delay pedal. Like if you want reverse delay, you got to get the Talkback. When you look at an Earthquaker device like the Avalanche Run, there's so many blend knobs and there's so many parameters on it, you kind of get option overload. And I actually prefer it when my devices, each one does a single function. Now if you look at Avalanche Run, there's like 9 knobs. So each one of those is a different variable in the overall equation that's spitting out the sound wave. When you have a pedal that does that much, it's really hard to figure out like what it does well, because when it does so many different things, it's kind of hard to focus in on what you want it to do. Like there was literally an engineer explaining that you can reset the pedal, and as you're resetting it, if you dial one of the specific knobs, it changes the parameters of the pedal. At that point, like, you may as well be playing a synth and not a guitar, and at least a synth you can save your settings as a patch and re-import it. And so I was looking at Avalanche Run, and I was like, well, if I want reverse delay, why don't I just get something that just does reverse delay? And this does reverse delay better than anything else. This was the original reverse delay pedal, came out in 2001. It's Danelectro, and it's a really focused unit. It does its job. There's not all this confusing knobs and extra stuff. It's very simple. It's like a regular delay pedal. It just flips the signal. So if you know how to use a delay pedal, you know how to use this. And I gotta say, like, this is really well built. It feels heavy. It's solid. This is a really solid build. I like it. It's cool. It's got, you know, the old 60s peace sign, you know. I might get some black paint and like paint a little bit around the trim so you can see like the actual Mercedes-Benz. I got this from Reverb for a really good price. They normally sell for about $220 to $300 depending on what condition they're in. This one's pretty much mint. This is a pedal that came out in 2001, I think was discontinued in 2003. So it's like basically 15 years old. You're not going to find these, you know, in stores. You might find them in a very, very unique like secondhand shop. Again, I got mine from the Chicago Music Exchange. That's a legendary store. You know, like places like that, you'll find these. But they're pretty unique. They're sought after, and there's a reason why. This is a really quality build pedal. You know, this is up there with Earthquaker Devices. Danelectro makes good stuff. So you should definitely check this out. I remember when the Ravish sitar came out at Guitar Center, and I spent like weeks trying to figure out how it worked. I remember it had like a $300 price tag, and it was the most complicated thing I'd ever seen in my life. And the whole point of having a pedal is to make your practice more creative and fun, not to make it like a textbook manual that you have to read so that you know how to use this piece of gear. So just go for the simplest arrangement in your pedal board. Look for gear that just really does one function, 2 at most. Danelectro, Talkback. All right.